Yeah. Welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. Robert John here in cloudy Dublin, Ireland. We got Mike in his dark van. How you doing, buddy?
Snotty
van today.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, it's got the van lung. Van lung.
I do get the van lung, yeah.
And then we got Skyler over there kicking the show off with his ceremonial bong rip.
Gotta get me my high in.
Yeah.
I feel like
fix.
The last few weeks have been like fucking chaos, like a bunch of in Guelph shows. Then we did one last week that we forgot to hit record. I forgot to hit record for 10 minutes.
Are we recording now?
We are recording now, and I just want to make sure we get all this out of the line. Thank you, Frontline Fiesta, for the incredible intro. You can download this podcast on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all those places. Tell a friend. Let's grow those numbers in the back half of 2019. Later in this episode, we're going to talk about the show on Netflix, Long Shot, about this guy that got off a murder because he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm by accident.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah, that's my summary.
See you next week.
Can't believe how much of a part Larry David had 10 minutes of this. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
He sat on camera for 10 minutes.
But before that, we're going to get to our usual fucking talk about bullshit for half an hour. And I want to kick things off. I got a gripe.
Oh, fuck. Here it comes.
It's a follow-up from last week. My gripe this week is fucking seaweed. Okay?
Oh, man. I've been griping on seaweed for 20 years.
Damn.
I went surfing for the first time ever in my life.
Oh, you're talking about in the ocean.
In the ocean. This is the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, yeah, that sucks too.
What are you talking about?
Eating it.
Oh.
Fucking tastes like the ocean, you know?
When it's out of the ocean. Okay.
It's good to eat, like on a bit of sushi.
No!
I had an old girlfriend that would just buy like the packs of it that you're supposed to use to make sushi and just ate it like chips.
Well, I'm glad you dumped her, because that sounds disgusting.
She definitely dumped me, as usual. But my gripe, anyway, is with real ocean-anchored seaweed. So I went fucking surfing for the first time
Not
ever.
Those ex-girlfriend anchors.
Yeah, those anchors. Those anchors loosen themselves. I went surfing for like the first time ever, which is like wild because surfing seems cool as shit, but I'm too afraid of sharks to go anywhere near the water.
For sure.
As normal people would think. But the opportunity came up to go surfing in Ireland, where obviously there's no sharks because the water's too fucking cold. Like, I don't even think whales exist in the waters out here. Too cold.
They love the cold. They're all blubber.
It's too cold for them.
Too cold. Okay.
Too cold.
Okay.
So
they exist in the Arctic.
Not on the coast of Ireland.
Has them,
Too cold.
No, too cold.
Yeah.
So we go out, and there was so much fucking kelp and seaweed and bullshit that there's like this like cord that connects your back foot to the board so the board doesn't go flying away. And just in the process of like swimming out, turning the board around to get on it and catch the wave, like you're just trailing so much fucking garbage behind me. It's like a wedding car, like a just married, like with all the tin cans flapping behind you. Like trying to stand up and you're just back leg is swamp thinging. Disgusting.
There's nothing worse than getting in a body of water and touching seaweed.
Yeah, but the benefit was like we're surfing in like full wetsuit, which includes gloves, hat, and boots. So I didn't actually touch any seaweed other than like grabbing.
It's not getting between your toes.
It's not getting, but it's like it's the only way I would be able to like reach down and just grab mittfuls of it and throw it. Like if that was like real live hands.
Yeah, why is it so disgusting? But it is.
But it's so disgusting.
I can feel it on my own skin.
Yeah, if you just grabbed it with your bare hand, that's the most slimy, disgusting thing in the world.
It is.
But
I thought you said you're wearing gloves.
I'm wearing gloves, so it wasn't bad. It was just like so heavy and inconvenient to try and learn how to surf with this fucking seaweed hanging off my back the whole time.
It's like with gloves on, you're like the fucking misfits.
Yeah, it was like a full-on ghillie suit. I felt like I was, in fucking Vietnam trying to get out of the water.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I remember when I went to Mexico, I was like, I don't know. This is like not the first time I've been in the ocean, but probably like the first time I've been in the ocean as like an actual like conscious human being, like not as a child. And there was a lot of seaweed, and I remember just being like, didn't occur to me that there would be this much seaweed.
Yeah,
right?
you can't see that in the picturesque photos of Tulum's beaches.
No, God no.
Keep it above the water, please.
Yeah, it was something else, but it was manageable. It wasn't like, walking through swamp or anything. And these were like real giant swells. I don't know what you were getting.
It was aggressive. I threw up a photo on Facebook today. If you guys want to peep it, it was wild. Yeah. It was swellish.
I did see that, the swells. Yeah, it was gnar.
It was gnar. I tried to shred the gnar, but it was way harder than I expected.
Yeah, you didn't thread the needle then, no?
I got up once, got up and was like, oh my god, I did it. And then I got like three, like on one knee. Yeah. It's really hard though. Like the timing of like you have to like paddle and then you like feel the wave under you. And then I'd try to stand up and fall off and realize like after a bunch of times, it's like, oh, you got to wait like 2 or 3 beats of the wave under you. And then jumping from like I'm on my chest paddling to standing full up within 1 second, and keeping your balance, like it's pretty hard.
It's like those burpees. It's like doing a burpee.
It is, but like
on the water.
You have to burpee up and be completely balanced when you like get up. Like if you're leaning too far over, you just tip.
You're gone.
So it's like you have to hit the perfect burpee.
Yeah.
Impossible.
And for someone who skates, you skate.
Yeah, none of that translates.
Your balance. No, but your balance is better than the average person.
Maybe, but like the conditions are so different. Like it's not like rolling on 4 wheels. It's like you're like the wave is under the back third of the board pushing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't get anywhere near like trying to carve or turn. It's like getting up and just like riding it straight in like a nerd. But like that's like the best you could do.
How long was the board you used?
It was probably 8 feet. Like I could lay on it comfortably.
Short, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's short. Yeah.
Well, there is long boards that are like 12 feet, I think.
Yeah.
And there are boards shorter than that they use like doing tricks and shit. Like doing like really aggressive.
Those are the pros,
Yeah, but there was like some people there that were good, but like nobody's a pro. Like no one.
What I've always heard though, that the longer the board and wider, obviously, the easier it is to.
Yeah, maybe.
But
it's like heavy. Like it's exhausting too. Like I had no idea how tired.
I bet.
Like we joked last week about my terrible swimming skills. Mm-hmm. And there was no point like that I thought like, oh my god, I could drown. I'm so tired.
Did you cup? Did you take what you learned?
You had to cup, yeah.
Yeah, you had to.
You had to cup. But it is like exhausting, like paddling out, and that's like the paddle out is like battling through 3 big waves, like not 3, like 8, like head-on waves. Like you got to do like the castaway, like Tom Hanks, just like blast over the swell, keep going. Like doing that a bunch of times in a row and then turning around and riding back in is so tiring. Like you're exhausted by the time you get there.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, you have to be like those surfers are in good shape.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lean muscle.
Yeah. They're efficient.
Yeah, I had exhausting week too. Well, definitely one full day of it.
Yeah, buddy.
Dealing with my car, but it's done. It's dealt with.
What was it? A motor pump?
The motor pump, yeah. The motor pump went. No, the water pump. It circulates the coolant through your rad and through your block and shit.
Through your whole car,
yeah, through your whole car.
You only have one car, or do you have 2 cars?
I got 1 car in the van, but I'm looking at a second car.
Right.
Yeah, looking at a grocery getter.
Yeah.
Boner cave. Yeah. / grocery getter.
Yeah.
No, I want something like reliable, but like fucking cool. So I'm looking at like probably
like
late Honda, like a baby Honda. No, like a
CRX.
No, I want like a nice truck from the early '90s that I can work on. That's like already been worked on, something reliable and easy to fix. So I'm looking at spending some money on that. But yeah, I spent all day outside. It was nice. Like, and all things, like being on the side of the road, pretty much. Like, everything went off without a hitch. You know, it was a couple trips to Canadian Tire, walking trips to Canadian Tire to get this and that. But yeah, no one bothered me. Like, I had some people come over and like, you know, what are you doing, man? And I just make up, every time someone would come over, just make up some bullshit story. Like, oh, I was on my way to work and car broke down. And, or like, you know, oh, I got to go pick my mom up from the airport and the car broke down. Like, just totally blowing smoke.
Now, were you parked beside the van while doing this?
No. I moved it like up 2 blocks away just so that I moved it closer to Canadian Tire just so that it didn't look like, like it wasn't an accident. Like, I made it look like it was like not intentional, you know. But I found the spot. I found the best spot. I was like right on the railroad tracks, and I got this big retaining wall on one side, so like no one could see me. And then like a big van parked in the parking spot across the parking lot, so like you couldn't see me from 3 of the 4 angles.
I thought you said you're just parked right on the railroad track. I thought that was like increase the difficulty of this swapping of the pump.
I gotta be quick. Yeah, just straddling the track.
So why don't you just do it in the Canadian Tire parking lot?
Because there's no cover.
What are you covering?
What are you covering?
You're just like, I
don't want, because if the wrong person sees it and reports it, the bylaw is going to come by and they're going to say we're going to have to tow it. It's just going to be a whole thing, you know?
No, we don't know. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, tow my car.
Our fans don't know how this works.
No.
Well, that's it. I don't even know how it works. So I was trying to be as like fucking like I've had to fix a car a handful of times now, but it's always been like 1 and 2 hour jobs, like doing the brakes and shit. But like this was like 6 hours all in with all the running around. So it's like, and I got the car jacked up, and I got a wheel off, and I got the hood open. It's like I just didn't want to be that guy, like, you know, parked between the fucking Save on Foods and the Canadian Tire. Yeah. So there's a giveaway if you're trying to track me down. Fucking bitches, fucking government.
I'm already gone.
I'm already gone, bitch. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, that makes sense. Because like if I have to do like if I have to change my windshield wipers, I just do it in the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Tire.
Yeah. You know? Fuck. I changed my oil in the parking lot at Canadian Tire.
I changed my.
Leave it there.
Yeah, I changed my fluids there. I'm not taking that off. I'm not doing that my driveway.
No. If it stays in the parking lot, it's their problem.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's part of the recycling fee, right? They charge you a recycling fee every time you buy everything. That's part of it.
Yeah, you recycle it.
Yeah. Speaking of recycling, I haven't had wine in a while, and it's going through me quick. I'm going to recycle this wine up quick.
Yeah,
by end of show, no doubt.
Nice.
Into your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
You think you're puking?
No, I'm just looking around in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just get a big sock. Big wool sock. I feel like they got tons of them there in Ireland.
I think I'll be fine. I only have 1 bottle, so it's not like it's going to get like last time.
Yeah. That wasn't my gripe, though. That was just me piggybacking on your exhaustion.
Yeah, exhausting
I had my own
week,
exhaustion.
Man. Yeah, I went surfing. You fucking fixed your car.
Dude,
Wait, before you go to your gripe, though,
Skyler,
do you have any exhausting stories from this week?
I ate a lot of turkey yesterday. Sunday. It's exhausting.
That is exhausting.
Yeah,
Tryptamine or whatever.
Yeah, we hosted a Friendsgiving at our place. Had a couple friends over and made a fucking 18 pounds worth of turkey and all the fixings.
18 pounds? Is that one?
Oh, yeah. How many ovens do you have?
1 oven,
Who
6 people.
It? Your roommate?
My boy Andrew.
I feel like that would break an oven. 18
Andrew
pounds?
Make it at his house and bring it, or take your oven over starting at 5
No, we got
a.m.?
like fucking that, Guelph free range shit and had it for him. Like we all pitched in on it, I think, or we bought it. I don't know. Someone bought this turkey.
Yeah. Shout out to Andrew.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew. Sees all the friends that made it.
Not Sam.
Cool.
No, definitely not Sam. But yeah, so it's kind of a funny story with the turkey. I think we wanted like a 12-pounder, and we asked for a 12-pounder, and it took them like a couple days to get back from us.
What grocery store do you go to?
No, it's like this local butcher in Guelph called Trotters. It's just like downtown.
Okay.
You can order. We get sausages from them and bacon sometimes. It's pretty good.
Shout out to Trotters. Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
Trotters.
Trotters.
Phone number 905. No,
No, we're not giving it. They're not. No one's getting that. But so they fucked up our order, where it was like we wanted 12, and I think they said all they had were 15s, and it was like, okay, like that's not bad. That's reasonable. It's some leftovers.
With
And
the
then-
giblets or what?
I think so. Like, yeah, I think we had to cut. Andrew cut something out of it. He had his like hand in between the skin and the body at one point. It was fucking wild.
Ooh, that
I've
sounds
ne-
like some Dexter shit.
Yeah. Fucking taking back my
Dex-
shout out, Andrew.
Yeah, no,
Fucking
he went
Dexter
full
hands.
Muppet on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
but then so went to go get it, and the roommate went to go get it, and they went into the back and they fucking had sold all their 15-pound turkeys and only had 18-pound ones left.
Sons
So-
of bitches.
Yeah, so we had to get this 18-pound turkey, like, you know, roommates there, like, okay.
Did you have to take a rack out of the oven? I imagine you had to go rackless.
Oh, there was, yeah, we had, only had the one rack in there, so we just cooked it all up at different intervals, I guess, I don't know what that word is. Fuck, I'm
You
high.
nailed it. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm fucking
Yeah,
high.
I'm stoned. I got a fucking babbling brook over here. I'm making tea. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Sexy, sultry babbling brook.
I
What
feel
is-
like
what do you
you
mean you're
saying I
making-
have a babbling brook and I'm making tea are
Well, I'm
both
making tea.
innuendos for something that I don't want to know about.
Yeah, like you're shitting yourself.
No.
Who would do something like that?
Yeah, who would do that?
On this podcast? Never. But so yeah, it was
Yeah,
good
we don't need
weekend.
to. We don't need to go into that. It's. I don't. I'm embarrassed for you, and I'm not gonna say
Hey.
which one of you, but
Listen, whoever shit themselves this week, I'm sure they had a decent reason.
Wasn't me, the one with all the food.
Whoever it was, moving on. Moving on.
yeah, just not
Mike,
it.
you had a
Just-
gripe. Moving on.
I do. I had a gripe. I with my job and just like touring around and exploring and shit in my free time, I see so many fucking losers with their baby on board stickers. Like not just one. Like sometimes they have like 3, 4 of these. And it's like you'll see the progression, like someone got them one that says like baby on route. So it's
Right.
not even here yet. And it's like baby on the way.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's like a neutral color, and then it's like baby on board, hot pink. You know, it's like, oh, okay. It's
You
like,
can
get a
change
fucking
it.
life. Get a
Oh,
life.
yeah.
I don't
But
get
these
But,
are all
like-
the people I got rid of on Facebook because
Oh,
they do
yeah.
the same thing.
Absolutely get rid
But
of
they
those
do it on
people.
Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. But like, I don't understand what that sticker means. Like, drive safe around
It's
me
in the car.
because I have a
I don't
baby.
know, but they don't. They don't drive any
Oh, they're-
safer.
But like,
They're
why
some of the
would I
worst
not
drivers.
drive safe around
Yeah.
normal people? I don't want to crash my car into people. Like, it doesn't matter
No.
if you have an
Yeah.
orphanage or you're a single, like, divorced dad. I don't care. I don't want to crash my car.
I don't want to hit you. Yeah.
I think it's not so much a like you need to drive safer around me as it is like because I got this sign in the back of my car, I have a license to drive like a fucking idiot.
Is that
I
what
think
that
that's
means?
Or
Yeah.
or like 20 kilometers slower than the speed limit, which
That's
is way
what
worse.
that's what I mean, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like I have a baby on board, so I'm fucking going 40, and it's like it's 100. You know what I mean? Like it's 80. You have to fucking speed
it's an
up.
80 zone.
Like, that
Yeah.
baby's so strapped in, you could crash into anything and the baby's fine.
Yeah, you're gonna.
It's
be
the only
fucked, but
one
that
that's gonna
baby's
survive.
not
It's the
coming
only one
Yeah,
that will
yeah.
survive, yeah.
Their
It's-
heads are
it's
soft. They'll be fine.
soft head. They got the fucking, like,
Malleable.
the, like, NASCAR, like, X harness on.
Oh my god.
They're
Yeah.
fine.
They got their 5-point harness.
5-point
Yeah.
harness, yeah.
Yeah.
They got snacks on each side of them in case the car flips over
Oh,
and
they're
they're stuck
good.
for
They're
a few
good for like
days.
at least a week.
Yeah, they're
exactly.
fine. They're already wearing a diaper, like, fine.
Yeah, they'll be raised by wolves. It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
Totally fine.
Fucking drive a little more aggressive. Get that kid, like, shake that autism out of that kid.
Oh my god. I feel like it's like more dangerous to drive slow when everyone's going the speed limit.
Yeah, that kid's gonna get motion
know?
sickness for sure. That's gonna be a puke, like, can't go in a car kid. If you're constantly just driving
Yeah,
slow.
soft, weak kid that can't
kid.
ride in a car.
Give it some sandals. Every car is moving way faster than they are. It's gonna give them like some kind of like warped sense of the world.
Every time it sees a car, it gets clammy, just clams up. Starts sniffling a bit.
Mike was fucking going off about this the other day in our group chat, and I was telling them that like I had a real like probably 2 or 3 year long habit, maybe in the like 2010-ish era, when like sticker like ribbons were like a big thing in Canada. I don't know if they're still there. I haven't lived in Canada in a while.
What's a sticker ribbon?
It's like a ribbon
like
on the back of your car,
like
pink ribbon. Like I support like whatever
ribbon.
kind of cancer that is.
Yeah.
White ribbon, red one. I
it.
like AIDS. But like when there would be like the
love
like
AIDS.
army like ribbon, it's just like a
What
ribbon.
color? Hold on. What color is that ribbon? I feel like it's spotted. It's probably spotted, right? The I love AIDS ribbon.
It's red. It's vampire. Same thing.
It's red with pink spots. Yeah.
Jesus.
But like I would always see the like army ribbon, and it's just a sticker, not a sticker, it's like a magnet on the back of your car. Like you assume it's a bumper sticker, but people that would put these on are so like cowardly and without backbone. Like they're not committing to a bumper sticker. It's a fucking magnet on their fucking
resale value, RJ. It's all about resale.
It's ridiculous. You know, their Kia Sientro or whatever the fuck that bullshit car is.
That's it. That's the one.
With their fucking magnet support the troops thing on it. And I would always take the magnet off, walk 2 cars down, slap it on a new car.
Yeah.
Just because that's the funniest thing ever. Like, you support the troops now, random car. You're going to drive around and get honks and all kinds of shit from behind.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that like the person who owns that bumper magnet came out and was like, whoa, what the fuck? Person stole my magnet. But you can't be mad because they support the troops.
Honey, how are the people supposed to know that I support the troops?
There's like a slight like color degradation from like sun of like there used to be a ribbon back there, but there's not anymore. Every car that follows you like wonders what you used to like champion.
Oh, they know it's the troops.
Yeah, you came down off the troops.
Yeah, you don't support the troops anymore.
Woo.
Now you're getting honks for different reasons.
Yeah.
You know, garbage thrown at you, spit at.
Oh, piss everywhere.
Yeah.
But I've taken it back to high school days with my antics. And I found about 3 weeks ago, at the dog park, no less, just at on a picnic table, I found a box of like random promotional stickers, and it was like weed leaf with the company name, or like a cartoon bong with like the company name and the smoke. You know what I mean? So I just found all this box of stickers, and I was like, well, I don't want any of these stickers, but I'll take them anyways. I'll find something to do with them. Like, so I've just been like sticking them on cars, like like as I'm walking to use the toilet, as I'm walking with the dog, whatever. If I see like a fancy car, or if someone comes squealing into a parking lot in parks, like I'll deliberately go and stick a heat bag sticker on their vehicle with a giant weed leaf or a cartoon bong or two. And one guy confronted me. He saw me do it. Like it was the perfect time. He squealed in, and I walked up. I'm like, oh yeah, I got one in my pocket. I'm like flipping through. I'm like, I'm gonna put the big weed leaf right on his tailgate. And as I'm peeling it and going to stick it, I'm doing it like super stealth, right? I'm just walking casually, doing my own thing, and then I'm just gonna slap it and keep walking, right? Like, and maybe chuckle to myself. And as I slap the ass of this truck with the sticker, fucking buddy turns around to go beep beep and sees me slapping his truck, and he's like, whoa, dude. And I was like, what? And he's like, what was that? And I was like, oh, you got a nice truck, bud. And he's like, yeah, but like, don't slap my truck. And then he, like, we kind of changed positions. Like, I got further away from the truck, and he got closer.
Yeah.
And then he went and looked to see if I, like, I don't know, damaged his truck. But the sticker was on there, and it was on there good, like, full palm smack. And he's like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, I don't know, man. He's like, is that your company? I was like, no, that's not my company. And I'm still walking, like, talking over my shoulder. Like, I'm going to get beat up. I'm getting beat up this time for sure. I'm just going to walk right into the Tim Hortons and get my double-double and sit on the toilet, you know? Like, that's my plan. I'm just look straight ahead, Mike. We'll look straight ahead. And the whole time, like, it wasn't even that aggressive. He was just like, he couldn't believe it. And he was like, what is your problem? Like, this is an $80,000 truck. Like, well, now it's less.
And it's not even your company. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. I just wanted the cops to see it. That's it. That's why I do it. Cops are going to think this guy's a fucking heat bag stoner. Fuck him. He didn't seem like that bad of a guy. He pulled in like a fucking jack off, but like,
he deserved it.
Not that bad of a guy.
Yeah,
he deserved it. It didn't go anywhere. He just yelled at me until I got so far away that, you know, there was no point anymore. I clearly didn't care. Like, he knew that.
Someone's got to take it off before it gets stuck real good, right?
Yeah, but before it bakes in the sun. Yeah. But I'm not gonna stop doing it. I have like 450 stickers left. Like, I gotta get rid of these fucking things.
Oh fuck!
And
awesome.
The easiest one to do is like just put it on another car that has stickers, and most of the time the people I just imagine don't even notice. They got so many stickers on their vehicle. It's just like one more, blending in with the rest. But I'm blowing up their spot.
When
like,
I was
blowing
Canada,
up their spot.
Like back in June, a friend of mine gave me a sticker pack. Is like, hey, here's a sticker pack. Like, you know, stick them around.
Yeah, we all know how it works, Archie.
Yeah, but I like put one on my laptop. I'm like, oh, this will be like cool for her, I guess. Like, I go to different like cafes and shit all the time. Like, I'll put her art up, like, on display.
Yeah.
That was the only one. The rest, like, the sticker pack is still just sitting right here on my desk. But starting this weekend, I'm just gonna start slapping cars. Like, fuck it.
Just put them up. Yeah, put them up.
Fuck it.
It's just reckless.
Yeah, I'm always like, I'll get stickers that I like bands or like friends' art and shit, and I'm always so reluctant to put them up because it's like nothing is permanent in my life. It's like as soon as I put this cool sticker on it, it's like I'm gonna have to sell it. You know, like. I'm gonna have to it's gonna break.
You should be putting like pretty much expert stickers on people's cars.
Well, we talked about that. We talked about getting stickers. That, like, this was last year. Like when we first started. Like,
it's like,
we should get stickers.
Okay,
one episode.
Just for the record, like
one
episode
talked about
getting stickers, but not talked about sticking them on random people's cars. This is a brand new idea.
That's implied.
I'm into
that's
this
totally
idea.
Implied.
Patent pending.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I remember, like, back in the fucking day, I had, you guys can testify, like, I had all the dressers in my room, like, completely covered in stickers, like, you know, end to end. Like, as soon as I get, like, a band sticker, I just slap it, and it was, like, the coolest, like, yeah. And at the same time, I had a girlfriend that every time she got a sticker, she just put it in, like, a photo album, like, unstick, just to keep them. And I thought she was a fucking psychopath.
See, I've been more that way in my old age. I don't know why.
She did that at like 19 years old. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, just like put those up. And she was just like what you're saying now, Mike. She's like, well, nothing's like permanent. If I stick it somewhere, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do something, and then I'll never have it again, or it'll get damaged.
Yeah.
And I just thought she was fucking nuts. Like, what is wrong?
You should have thought of that before you bought a sticker.
Yeah, like, why do you have
I know.
stickers?
I'm in the same boat. It's weird.
I'm
like,
just gonna blast them.
The cab of my van, of my van probably has like 40 stickers all over the dash and shit. But like, at first I was like, I don't want to put any stickers on this dash. It's such a nice metal dash. It's a metal dash. Like, it's no give to it. I could put magnets on there, but like, I'm not gonna. I could support the troops, you know, with my magnets. But I'm not gonna put stickers on here. And then my buddy Jay gave me this wicked Popeye the Sailor Man sticker.
Yeah.
And I put this fucking Popeye on there, and then that just sparked, like, every time I got a sticker for, like, those 2 summers or whatever, I'd stick it to the van. Like, there's some that I'm not proud of. One says sexual peeing. for some reason, and it's like, and there's like, you know, some friends made stickers and stuck them up in there. But like I was digging through some shit the other day, and I got like a little Ziploc bag of like stickers I've collected over the last handful of years, like being in the city now and just like going to shows over the last few years.
Yeah.
And it's like I gotta do something with them. So I'm not wasting them on some fucking, you know, sleaze in the parking lot. Like I think I'm just gonna put them up on the van.
Why not?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Commit,
Well,
motherfucker.
I mean, because I know what that girl's saying. Like, I felt the same way for a long time. It's like, I'm not wasting these stickers on this bullshit. Those are wicked stickers. But it's like, well, then what are you doing with them, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a red flag.
I think
Just
it's like
It's a
cool,
red flag.
but it
Just a
is
red
like
flag.
You're
stickers
afraid of
cost like
commitment.
$1. Like,
I'm not afraid of it.
but if I had to like think back
Just
to like,
against
oh
it.
yeah, I had like, you know, hundreds. Like it looked cool. Like, but it was also when I was like 21, it was cool. And now that
Yeah,
I'm 35, like I don't want all my shit covered in fucking stickers.
I don't think I do, but like
I
the
prefer
van's
to
too
be
far
like
gone
cool
now.
at 21 than I do to like have like a fucking scrapbook full of stickers now. Like, but that it's just the same amount of bullshit. Like we just want to carry that
Totally.
scrapbook around.
Well, that's where I'm at. I'm trying
Yeah.
to revert back to being 21. You know?
Well, I'm like,
How's that working out, Benji? Look at Benji,
Benji?
Buttons. Benji Buttons.
who's
I'll let you
Benji
know.
Buttons?
I'll let you know, dude. If
Little
I make it.
Benjamin Buttons.
Oh.
He tried to go back in time.
I thought you were calling
Isn't
him
that what
like Benji from Good Charlotte.
think he had
'cause
a choice
stickers
in that.
everywhere.
Both. It's like a little Benji.
I don't think he was trying. I think that was born into him.
It's a
I'm
disability.
pretty sure that's a time travel movie.
Yeah. It is. Totally. Secretly.
Secretly the whole time.
Yeah. Where's the fucking epilogue? We need like a origin story of Benjamin Button. Where he's just traveling through time.
Oh,
That's
okay.
one for our Pretty Much Expert Studios.
Yeah, there we go. Pretty
I
much
can go with the
expert.
other stupid one that we fucking casted
Oh
while
man,
I was in Guelph.
we got movie ideas at the wazoo.
That was your idea, but the casting, man, that went
Brilliant.
off the rails.
Brilliant. Look at
Anyways, that's that's for us. No one cares about that.
No,
What are we
fuck
talking
that.
about today? Oh, you got a gripe? Rue, you
Sky,
got
do you have a gripe?
I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. Not this week.
No, look at you and your fucking
Good
gripe-free
enough.
life.
My perfect life.
First
yeah.
world. First world.
Well, where are we at? We're 30 minutes in. Do we
Thir-
got a question this week for
No.
the end? Okay, well then I do have another gripe.
The email's dry.
We're all- I
Send
got
questions
another
to pretty
gripe.
much email at
Email.
gmail.com. Fucking mailbag's
Yeah.
empty this week.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You
But I
got
do have another gripe
All
if we
gripes.
want to keep it going.
Oh yeah.
So
Table's
we were
hot.
actually talking about this like in our chat last week or something about the Rancid show
Sure.
and how fucking fun it was, but how disappointed I am in hindsight that they didn't play anything off their new record.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, it's been some years now where it's like, yeah, I'm happy to see these bands. I'm fucking stoked that I get to see them in their old age, you know,
Yeah.
and still touring, having a great time, putting on wicked shows. But and I'll never not see Rancid specifically, but other bands too, like No Effects and like all the fucking, you know, what do they call them? Fucking
Legacy band?
classic.
Yeah.
The classics.
Legacy band, exactly. They're just kind of coasting, and it's like most of the new records fucking suck. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna change the momentum of shows. It always does. Even when the record doesn't suck, it's like we're gonna play songs of our new record. Everyone's like, bathroom break, you know.
Yeah.
But I still want to fucking hear it. I still want to hear it. And specifically, Rancid, Troublemaker, their last record was killer,
Yeah.
front to back.
Yeah.
Like it
was-
holds up.
good.
It's gonna hold up.
It's gonna.
And
And have they toured
played
since
one song
Troublemaker
off it.
came out? I don't think so.
What's
I don't
that?
think so.
Have they toured since it came out? Like the last time we saw
They
them,
played
Skyler,
shows.
was that? I feel like
Good
that
question. When
was
the last time
was that Troublemaker tour or was
That was
that
with
Honor All
Dropkick.
We Know? Like, because those
That
albums
must have been
came out like
I think that was
Troublemaker.
before.
it must have been.
No.
But they came like relatively close together for Rancid. Like they like are like
Yeah.
4 or 5 years between albums.
Hmm.
But Honor's
that's
All
a
We
good
Know
question.
must have been 2015 or 16. Like it was fairly recent.
Oh yeah, Let the Dominoes was 2009. Honor was 2012 or 13.
I think it was
Yeah.
like 15.
Could have been 15.
Because
If
I
it was
was in
15, then Troublemaker was 18, 17.
I'm gonna have to like you
16?
guys keep guessing dates. I'm gonna look it
This
up.
is where we edit,
But
and we're back.
they had like a pretty good like they
It's where we
don't
need
put
a
out albums
producer.
often, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
it's like back to back. It was like what the hell?
Like, what year? We're in 2019. It had to have been 2018. Troublemaker. It's not that old.
I think 20. No, 2017 or 18 for sure. And that's it. Like maybe they did do a tour.
2014 Honor All We Know.
2014?
17 is Troublemaker.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then 2009
So maybe
was
that
Dominoes.
Dropkick tour.
9 and
Maybe that
2003
Dropkick tour was.
Troublemaker. Yeah.
Oh, you guys keep talking over each other. I can't hear you.
I was gonna say
Well, maybe
it's
that.
like 2017, 14, 2009, and 2003. So like there's usually like a good 5-year gap, but this
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
3 years. So it seems quick.
It seems quick.
But
I
it's
don't know
great.
when you guys seen with them with Dropkick. I couldn't make it for that tour, but maybe that was the Troublemaker tour. But still, it's the newest record, and if you're
Yeah,
gonna tour, play 3-4 songs off the new record. Even if the crowd's like about it, it's like it's what
Yeah.
you just did.
Yeah.
It's your newest material. It's fresh. You should be learning those songs, to tour with, or still know those songs. Like I fucking want to hear them, even if
Yeah.
they're not as good as the classics. I still want to hear them. I want to go to the show and hear the new No Effect songs that fucking blow. But I want you to go and try and like put it all out there, because maybe that'll fucking change my mind.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll buy that record that I was like 100% not gonna
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah.
If you
And
can
I
show
just,
up
like-
and play the songs.
And I 100% need a drink, so play a song that I can justifiably
Yeah.
in the front for,
I
right?
need a
Like-
break.
Well,
But
there is that for sure.
As like an artist, though, like I imagine, like okay, so Troublemaker comes out 2017. Like that probably takes like 6 months to a year of writing songs, recording, all that bullshit. And it's so weird that then
at least,
it's just like almost retired material. And instead, we're
right
gonna
away.
play Ruby Soho for the 68,000th time.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
as great as that song is,
Exactly.
like you have to think that
You don't need to play it every show.
there's a level of though, like for them, like even every show, whatever, it's like, are you excited to play the song? Like the crowd
I guess
reaction
it's a crowd.
is great.
Yeah, crowd
yeah.
reaction. That's it.
But like
and
that-
like that's why they want to like make it worth it for people that are coming, seeing their first Rancid show or their second, third, whatever. But like they want to see Roots Radical, they want to see Ruby Soho, they want to see Journey to the End of East Bay. Like
Yeah.
I want to see all that shit too. But if you like took Ruby Soho out and put in like a lesser known song,
Yeah.
like I Want to
Yeah.
Riot, we said it in the chat, like that's a banger.
Yeah.
And they probably retired that song in like '96.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like I want to Riot.
yeah,
Like so, learn some new older songs if you're just gonna play the older
Play
songs.
older songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
No Effects is good for that.
Right.
Every year they'll
Yeah.
they'll fucking incorporate like some new older songs into their set, so it's not super tired. They still do. Well, sometimes they don't ever play. Sometimes they don't even play Bob. They're just like fuck that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they do have their songs that they typically play. Their 5 songs, right?
I'd be okay if Rancid
You're
didn't
gonna hear
play
Murder
Time
the
Bomb
Government
anymore.
and fuck it.
What's that, RJ?
I like if Rancid retired Time Bomb, I'd be so okay with
Yeah,
that.
I'd be fine. I'd be
Song's
fine.
great, but
How
I
about
feel
this?
like it's
How
like
about-
the token, like, and it's like, yeah, but that's not the best song on that album. It's just like the single everybody knows.
See, but I think
Yeah.
the other argument to that is that's where, like, I think Ruby Soho is the bigger song off of that album.
Drop them both
For sure.
and put in something else. Like I'd be
Yeah.
okay with it. I think in 2019,
Yeah.
any Rancid fan that has not seen them by now and has not seen those songs like 5 to 6 times, it's like you missed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, I get
fair
what you're
enough.
saying.
Yeah.
But like Ruby Soho, it seems like to me they always either like open with it or they close with it.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like that's what they think is their like crown jewel because like the crowd gets to sing along with it,
Right.
more so than Time Bomb is, right?
Yeah.
Time Bomb's hard to sing along to. It's pretty fast.
I get what you're saying. I miss their fucking when like Lars used to do like the solo stuff.
Yeah.
That was
War's
always
End.
fun.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have and have not.
Totally.
But definitely War's End. Like,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite when he used to play that by himself. It was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But like Olympia, like they play that song.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, they play it
I like Olympia.
every show. Yeah, I like Olympia. They play it every show, as far as I can recall. And I don't want them to cut that one out.
Right.
Like there are some good old songs that like I want you to keep in Journey too, right? Like I fucking love that song. They both bangers, just serious bangers. But if you lost Time Bomb, you lost Ruby Soho, you lose Fall Back Down, you know, you definitely lose fucking Honor Is All We Know, or at least pick a better song off that record, you know, because there are a handful of really good songs in that record that maybe they don't hold up the same, but they're there.
I
So
like
pick
Honor Is
something
All We
else.
Know. I like that song. I like songs
ya?
where all three of them sing a verse. I'm a sucker for those ones.
But they got so many better. Sing Corruption off fucking Rancid 5. I want to hear that.
There's a couple good ones.
I feel like they played shit off of every album this last time we saw them, but
They
was
did. That was
definitely-
cool. They
It was
touched
heavy
every
on the
album.
like Out Come the Wolves and Let's Go. Like they did everything though. Like
And the first record too. Actually, they played 3 or 4 songs off the first record.
that's what I mean. It was very early Rancid, which I thought was cool. But
It was cool.
I don't know. I didn't miss it.
But but every single song was a song that we heard before, except for the one off Troublemaker, which I think was just Troublemaker, the title track. I don't remember.
No, they
hearing
always
anything
do that
else.
fucking shitty one, that Avenue one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whole like I don't like that. It's
Telegraph
like
Telegraph Avenue.
Yeah, it's like Red Hot
Yeah.
Moon. It's like it's a good song.
That's
but
a radio
I don't
song.
Want to see it and hear it ever. Play
No.
something else
No.
off that album.
Yeah.
It's the like
Come on,
smoke
man.
break
Fuck.
song. They can all just like slow down for a minute.
Yeah.
But I guess
Something
it's me being a stubborn fan, where it's just
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say-
I want some deeper cuts and I want some newer shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't have to be the new shit, but just some newer, deeper cuts, something.
And
like,
I want
like
more
surprise me.
dancing. I want more dancing on stage.
Yeah, like one like it used to be that it was like we go to shows like 10 years ago or whatever, and it was like fuck, I hope they play this, I hope they play that, because it was all like we'd seen them a handful of times, but it was so fresh still, and it was like you'd come out of the show and you'd be surprised by 1 or 2 songs. Holy fuck, they played this, and holy fuck, they played that, or holy fuck, they played 3 acoustic songs just to kind of bring it down. It's like, dude, like that is the shit. Nothing surprised me this time, except for how good the show was, all things considered. But of course it was. It was a great show. But it's like nothing surprised me, so it's just kind of like it's my gripe. I'm a little bit let down in hindsight.
In hindsight,
But you know what? You know what's weird that you say that? It's like there was no surprises, but I feel like I had a weird sense where I was even thinking about it as you're talking about it, that there was a weird theatrical feel to the show all night. And I don't want to say it was like, you know, this like scripted, like beat for beat what they were going to do. But I thought it was cool that it was
like
just like this. It's almost like going and seeing a theater where, you know, they're all they have lines and they have songs that they're going to sing and then it's over. You know, I don't know. Just the way it started, the way it all, like, I don't know, it was cool.
Totally.
Because they don't take any breaks. They just go right into the next song.
That's totally it.
Yeah.
Like, and even there wasn't any like slow songs. There was, like, the slow song was Journey
and
So-
Telegraph Avenue.
Yeah, Telegraph Avenue, and then that's it. So there was no real breaks at all.
East Bay Night, I think they played that, right?
Did they? I don't remember.
But it's like it's not that it's
think
a
they did.
slow song at all. That
No,
it's
but
like, I'm gonna
it's
go catch.
slower.
Yeah. Whereas, like, if you go and see it, No Effects, like, they're very much the opposite of, like, they like to
They talk for
surprise.
45
Talk,
minutes.
Yeah.
most of it, yeah.
A lot of it's talking, like, but it's funny, and it's, I don't know. They fucking...
It definitely adds to it.
I've heard Fat Mike talk about how he likes that. He's like, punk rock to him was always just like, you never know what you're gonna get. So like,
That's what it is.
It's more
maybe there's
unpredictable,
like
yeah.
maybe we're gonna play a song that every single lyric, every beat to, but we're gonna change the lyrics and maybe we're gonna slow it down and play it completely different.
Yeah.
But like you're
Totally.
getting the song, like fuck
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
You've already got your money, kind of thing.
And that's what I look forward to with any band going to any show is like alternate live versions of their fucking bangers. Like I
Yeah,
want to
for sure.
see that, but I also
Yeah.
want to be surprised. And sometimes that's a byproduct of not knowing the band as well. So it's always like the Swingin' Utters. Like I've been a fan for a number of years, but every time I see them, I'm surprised because I don't really know that song, but I like do, but I don't. And it's like, and then like this stage performance is like always different, right?
Yeah.
That it's like I don't know the band as much, so like I'm easily surprised. With a band like Rancid, and NoFX does it well. Like their albums suck, but their live show is to die for.
Yeah.
Fucking Rancid,
top
fucking like. Because I like it so much, it's like my expectations are higher, and it's harder to be surprised because I'm like, I listen to it every fucking day, right? Pretty much.
Also, too, I'll say this about Rancid.
And I think about it a lot.
I feel like a
So I
lot
identify
of
with that shit.
a lot of the punk bands that like we listen to, that I listen to, it's like fucking up is like part of it, and it's not always like perfect.
Yeah.
But Rancid
Yeah.
very much does it like perfect.
Oh, dude, they're tight. They're
They are
fucking
fucking
tight.
like
The
tight.
only sloppy thing about it is Tim's fucking vocabulary.
Yeah.
yeah. There's a reason they don't even let him speak
And hat
anymore,
wearing.
right?
Yeah.
And his
Yeah.
fucking hat wearing. That's it. It's his hat wearing and his vocabulary. So fucking sloppy.
I remember
Yeah.
like back in
But like, it's polished. It's tight.
I wouldn't even know what year to guess. Like 2004, when it was like the early days of like downloading like video on the internet
Yeah.
and seeing like Rancid live shows for the first time. Like I'd seen them live in person, but like not like I'm gonna rewatch this fucking live concert over and over again. And it was like the ongoing joke of
Yeah.
like Tim barely plays his fucking guitar. He just like drags it around behind him.
yeah.
Like that's so funny.
He's all
like
style, baby.
Lars does
Yeah.
everything, Tim's just style. And now
Yeah.
it's at a point where that's just like accepted. Like he just like
Yeah.
kind of uses it when he needs to. But like you
Yeah.
guys are saying,
When
like,
he
they're
does,
so
when he
fucking
does, it's
tight,
tight.
though.
Yeah.
It's not like he plays badly ever.
No.
No,
Ever.
he's
He's so
incredible.
sloppy about it, but he's fucking he's on point all
He's
the time.
so fucking good.
Never misses a note.
No, he just
No.
like he just doesn't
Yeah.
play when he doesn't have to. He just does the fills, he does the leads, and then he holds it like muted and like dances around with it at his knees.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it goes from like being
Literally
like
dragging on the ground.
a
Yeah.
dumb kid, like, oh my god, he doesn't do anything, like Lars is the GOAT, to, oh no, like Tim is actually such a fucking
goat.
boss. He's just
like
gonna
he's a
play
savant
like
or
his
something.
diddly, like Chuck Berry riff, and then just
Yeah.
mute the thing and stand there and sing. It's like, that's so
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all
Yeah,
savants.
he's all style, man.
Yeah.
He's all style. And I'm not complaining. Rancid always puts on a good show.
Oh, it's the
And
best.
like having you
Kind of
guys
sounds
there
like
in the
you're
pit.
complaining. I think like
I
you're
don't know.
griping,
It just-
if anything.
I'm griping, yeah. And it was just, it's not that like it could have been any better. I just wish it was different. You know, it was as good as it's ever been and as good as it's ever gonna be. Like you guys in the pit, all of our favorite songs, just like letting it all out. You know, having the best
Yeah.
fucking time. Like
Is
there's
it
nothing
because-
better than that.
Is it because you had no appendix? Just wasn't the same.
Yeah, I felt like I was missing something.
Yeah. Not the same without a pindy. You know?
My old appendix. My best boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you on now?
What we're on now is we should get to the topic at hand. The long
Oh, it's
shot.
it's definitely floating in a jar somewhere. Like somebody's got.
No, they fucking toss that thing out. No, like,
Yeah.
redeemable
Fed it to
stem
fed it to
cells,
the
nothing.
dogs.
Yeah, they don't even put it in the box with the needles.
No.
No, they just toss it in the trash.
It goes right to the
No
incinerator.
bag, nothing.
No.
Such a fatty organ, like it just like burns for days.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got to put it in.
Oh my
like,
god,
some...
it's fuel. It's
It's how the hospital
put it
runs.
in a
running.
bag.
It's running a factory in China right now.
It's running the hospital.
It's running the hospital. It's throwing the burner. Why don't they?
That's what they do.
That's
I
what
fucking
happens with
hope they do.
appendixes. It's,
I fucking
you know,
hope they do.
they
Anyways,
move on
yeah.
from the nest and they
I'll
get
stop.
their own lives.
I've been interrupted the whole time.
Okay, so let's talk about the long shot. Anyway, our topic this week.
This week.
Netflix, The Long Shot. It's about this little guy. What was his
Juan.
name? Do you guys remember? Juan?
Juan something.
Carnita.
I was just saying Juan out of purely he was
Yeah.
like a Mexican dude that's so racist, but
It
his
was
name
like-
was Juan.
But his name was actually Juan Cardez or Caliento or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So some random girl gets murdered, and his brother is in a gang that the girl accused of doing some other murder. So they track down Juan, and he looks like the one eyewitness sketch. So the police
Dude,
are like, clearly
so
Juan
bogus.
did it,
Yeah.
and they put him in jail, waiting
Oh,
trial.
like, hold on. That fucking... You were saying, like, earlier, like, oh, I said Juan, and it's, like, you know, racist or whatever.
Yeah.
It's, like, that fucking picture that they put
That
up on the
sketch
screen
was
was
so
just, like, the
basic.
generic, like,
Yeah.
he was Latino, and then the guy was like, did he look like this? Like, yeah.
They showed
he did.
plenty of other Latinos. They showed plenty
Yeah.
of other Latinos like in that film, and they could have all been mistaken for that drawing.
Easily.
Yeah, easily.
Easily.
Short
Yeah,
hair,
it was so
mustache.
generic.
They all had
Yeah.
slightly
Yeah.
different facial hair too. So it's like,
Yeah.
here's like a mug, like a whatever you
Dude,
call that, like
you have
ate
the
up.
exact same mustache as him, by the way.
No, they
you
had
could have
slight-
been profiled.
You could have
but
done
they
it.
all, everyone in that like
Yeah.
ate up had slightly different
Yeah.
ones. So it's like they're all bald
Yeah.
head Mexicans. One guy had a goatee, one guy just had a mustache, one guy had a soul patch, one guy, it's
Yeah.
just like variations
Shorter,
of the same
longer,
facial
yeah.
hair. Like
Had
you're
the
just-
Adolf.
and it's just like, oh, that guy.
Yeah,
The
one
guy
guy
with
did,
just
yeah.
the mustache. It was Juan. Send that guy to jail for 40 years.
Not even, like, 25.
So all he would have had to have done is
fucking,
shave his
death
mustache.
penalty.
He could have just shaved
Yeah,
his
the death
mustache
penalty.
and been fine.
Yeah.
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 And they said
But yeah,
guy,
the death penalty.
But
Fuck.
I think too, like it was related. It wasn't like just some random girl. It was like
It was his brother's
the guy-
gang.
His brother though was on trial for
Yeah.
killing somebody, and I think she was the witness
Yeah.
to it.
No, it wasn't
And-
totally
Yeah.
random.
No,
The police,
and then
their
No.
heart was in the right place.
she said too apparently
But
on
a
the stand
gang-
that she didn't see anything, and then
Exactly,
she ended
yeah.
up getting killed by a gang. Like it was the gang
I
that
was gonna say
killed her.
the gang isn't just the two brothers. There's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
gang members outside of that. You know?
Yeah. Just because we were
Yeah,
in a
like,
gang
it's-
doesn't mean that there was ever really a
Yeah.
gang. Like we didn't have a handshake.
So,
Well, we did for like a week, but like, yeah.
But we forgot it. Yeah.
so Juan gets like arrested, charged with murder, and it doesn't even go to trial. This documentary is kind of about the like pre-trial, whether or not the like prosecution has enough evidence to go to trial.
The sniper.
So
Yeah.
his defense is like, it wasn't me. I was at a
Sniper.
Dodger game, and it's kind of like,
Sorry, they kept the fucking like prosecutor they referred to as the sniper.
oh,
because
that's
when
what
she-
burned me the most. It's like she's never
She's, like,
lost.
such a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's never lost a trial and sends all of
but
the
also
people that
no
she
one was
convicts
guilty.
to death.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean, though.
No
It's
one
like-
was guilty in all of these convictions, but she's never lost a trial.
That's it. Like, it's
Yeah.
not about like whether people are guilty or innocent. It's just like, I've never lost. Like, I poke holes in every single piece of evidence and alibi
Yeah.
that you go to jail, whether or not you actually did it. Like, it blows my mind
Yeah.
how the fucking
So
justice
that's-
system works.
It's absolutely
Yeah,
fucked.
so
that's
much
fucked.
ego
It's so
involved.
fucked.
Well, and even like not even to get
all
too
ego.
deep into it, but it's just like all the evidence that they had to say that like, hey, it wasn't him, and then the prosecution just sticks to
unbelievable.
like, well, no, we have an eyewitness that says it was him,
Yeah,
so
with this
it was
crude
him.
drawing. And
Crude.
then
With
some of
this
the fucking
crude-
evidence,
crude.
some of the evidence they're using, like a circled picture that says, "This is the guy, I seen him," signed by
Yeah.
this woman. The police just made that up. They
police
circled it
yeah.
and wrote it themselves. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's not evidence.
No.
To try and scare him into a confession, which is like, I feel like that's coming one of these days. It's like one of these false confession episodes we got to do. But
yeah, back on that though, it's like, okay, so the police just like, so there was one like eyewitness that described the person.
Yeah.
That gave the like whatever description to the like artist who put up the 8-up, and the police are like, it looks like the brother, but there was no actual like witness that was like it was the brother.
Yeah.
Like no one was able to do that. So the police circled the photo for them, signed it just like that guy did it, and then used that to like intimidate the guy in the interrogation.
Yeah.
And this fucking
baited him.
Cunt of a lawyer that has never lost, like takes that as like, oh, then he did it, and I've never lost. So like anything he says, he's fucking lying.
Yeah.
Like it
How can you
blows
sleep at
my
night?
fucking
How the
mind.
fuck can you sleep at night?
How does she
really?
sleep at night?
Yeah.
Cackling like a banshee.
Totally. Riding her broom off into the sunset.
Yeah, like there's no evidence
or just into
other
her bed,
than
you
the
know
police are like,
saying.
I think this is the guy.
Yeah.
Based on a description that the witness can't corroborate.
Yeah.
And
it's fucking
the attorney's just like, yep, okay, like he's going to jail then. So then anyway, through the luck of it, anyway.
The alibi is unbelievable.
The alibi is like, it's wild. He's like, it wasn't me, I was at a Dodger game that night, blah, blah, blah. And then his attorney is the biggest nerd of all time. And he spends so much time originally like tracking down season ticket holders to like find like who was in that section that might have recognized him to like make that alibi strong and saying like, yeah, we saw him. He finds nobody. And then through just complete luck, Larry David and the Curb Your Enthusiasm like TV show was in Dodger Stadium that night filming scenes for an episode. And this fucking guy is like in the background, like with his daughter.
B-roll footage,
There's like HBO like makes this alibi sound like no, he was actually at this Dodger game because he like walks up the aisle, passes Larry David, like it's fucking wild.
Him and his daughter,
Him and his daughter.
Such a crazy coincidence that just that probably saved this man's life.
It 100% saved his life.
Yeah.
Because there's no other.
I mean, the fucking.
His daughter went on the stand and was like, "Yeah, I was with my daddy that night." And that's heartless lawyer was just like, "Yeah, but you're 6 years old. You don't know if that was Tuesday or Wednesday. Like, you're too stupid. Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
Was that May 12th or May 15th? Yeah.
The only real piece of evidence they had, even though like it. Out of context doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but with all the things they were trying to say about him, eyewitness, the drawing, all that shit, you're Hispanic. It's like that's enough apparently. They had he had admitted in the interrogation, I guess, it kind of glossed over this, that he said he was in that neighborhood to drop off his like brother-in-law or something at a certain point. So that was all they really had, was that he said, yeah, I was there at one point in the night. But like with the alibi and everything they, got together with the footage from the HBO show, the cell phone tower pinging and all that shit, they were managed to like track his time stamp, kind of like he was definitely within this range of the stadium at this point, so he couldn't have been here to do the murder. So like, but they didn't have anything against the guy. Literally
nothing other than
no.
He looked like the description.
That's
no evidence whatsoever.
And you got to think, this is like the iceberg, right? What we're hearing in these documentaries and what we're seeing and reading about, like we see what's on the surface. These little moments that these people are dealing with this kind of shit. There's a whole big iceberg underneath the water of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that get sent to prison, sent to death every fucking day, every minute of the day, all across the world. That like either did something pretty insignificant or did nothing at all, and it was wrong place, wrong time.
A lot of it's wrong place, wrong time. And this guy's just like 1 in a billion that's like, he just happened to be in the background of some HBO TV show. He happened to call his sister. Like, there's just like these few random things that came up.
I don't think that was his sister.
Wasn't it? I thought it was his sister.
Or
I
his
thought
wife or something.
I thought he talked about fucking her early. That wasn't it.
Yeah, it was
like,
his wife.
It was his booty call? Okay.
See,
Yeah.
I don't like that. Was another
Or
thing. It's like, he
girlfriend
might
or
not be
whatever.
with her anymore, but
Yeah.
he definitely was like, I called her over, and I can be persistent, like it was like she didn't want to come over, she came over anyways. He's got a
was his
kid,
baby
like
mama.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know who's he calling with this kid that's
It was
obviously
baby,
like
it
9
was
or
baby
10.
mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she drove him to work when he got pulled out of the car and arrested got surrounded by cops, right? And at work kind of thing. So that was a weird. I hope it wasn't his sister.
It might have been his.
No, I don't think it was his
Might
sister.
have been a booty call. I just assumed because
Yeah.
she was gross looking, it was his sister.
Oh my
That's
God.
fair. Yeah, that's fair.
But they did mention something about his sister, like the sister called somebody or someone called his sister, or I don't know. But that woman was not his sister.
Whoa, whatever.
No. I just thought it was
Definitely
weird that he
friend
didn't refer
zone
to
that
her
girl.
as the baby's mama, his wife, or anything. It was like, so who is this
Yeah.
woman to you?
It's Lucy.
And then
Yeah.
Lucy. But then even and it's like you're right though. It was the cell phone call really that saved his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike,
Fucking-
you
There
did
was,
you save
there was a
any
lot of funny-
particular clips
There
you
was
wanted
a
to
lot
share?
of I did, yeah. There was a lot of funny coincidences in this 40-minute. It's quick watch. I advise anyone to go check it out. You should definitely check it out. It's a good watch. But there was a lot of funny coincidences, but nothing quite as funny as the fucking lawyer and her perversions.
I listened to that tape over and over and over again. I made my children listen to it.
And she did over and over again.
And over, I strapped him to the chair.
Strapped
Made
to
him
the chair.
listen
So
to it.
she's referring
And
to this
then-
guy's
and then-
interrogation. Where
Yeah.
he's like begging.
This is the judge.
Yeah,
this is
this
the
is the
judge.
judge.
This is the judge.
The judge who's ruling on whether or not this man should be facing should be going to trial, facing the charges of murder, which would carry
and
the
death penalty.
death penalty. The fucking death
Death
penalty,
penalty.
was on the
And
table.
she's so fucking horny about the death penalty that she masturbated over it. She admits to masturbating. Listen to this.
I remember being anguished by this case. I couldn't get it out of my mind. And I vacillated.
She vacillated all over. She vacillated. She admitted to that on the stand. And she, as far as we know, she didn't lose her job.
She probably did.
So she let her children listen to this tape before bed. She admitted to that.
after soccer
and then
practice.
she vacillated all over the place as soon as they were asleep.
Yeah.
That's literally what she said. Do I need to play these back? Do I need to
I
play them
like-
back?
Let's play him again.
I'd like to hear this. Yeah, let's play him back.
I listened to that tape over and over and over again. I made my children listen to it. I remember being anguished by this case. I couldn't
kinda
get it out of
sexual,
my
yeah.
mind. And I vacillated.
It's so sexual.
Yeah.
It's like we were talking about last week with all the women that like being tied up by ropes and they hung from the ceiling. It's like, but they're like, there's nothing sexual about it. It's like, no, it's totally sexual.
We definitely did not talk
vacillating.
about that last week.
Well, in our
It's
chat.
just like a general chat.
I do cringe every time it comes up, like, oh, in our chat we were talking, but like, don't bring up what we talk about in that chat.
Blow that thing up, man.
Yeah, blow it up.
Get fucking banned
Beep,
from the
beep.
world for that thing.
We'll make a memoir one day of it. We'll save it.
Yeah.
It'll come up
All
in the
vacillating.
it'll come up in the courts. I'm pretty sure we just infringed a bunch of copyrights by blasting that fucking lawyer or
No, you
judge.
can use up to 15 seconds for media use. It's
Oh,
news.
okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
What if you play it
You can
twice?
count on
Like,
that
we
every week.
definitely burned it.
Well, we burned it close.
No one's listening.
I think also, if I have
That's
to
what you
be
think.
totally
China's
honest,
definitely listening.
I still think
Yeah.
like Juan did it.
Yeah, I don't, RJ.
Like,
I totally don't.
His alibi gets him to like 10, 20, and by his
Yeah.
own account, like he dropped his cousin off in the neighborhood.
He's got his
brother
kid in the
was on
car,
trial,
man.
and
He's
he
not
matched.
shooting a woman.
I think he did it with his kid in the backseat. I think Juan's got. Like,
No.
You think she's an accomplice?
I don't think she knows what's what.
She did
But
look
she-
pretty dumb.
She did look
Yeah.
like a dumb kid.
But she remembered the Dodger cards.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you can train a kid to say anything.
You could
really can.
make the kid do like
This is true.
earmuffs,
They
like
say the
look at the
darndest
ground
things.
while I shoot this white lady.
They say the darndest.
Darndest stuff. That's,
But I
yeah,
feel like they're so protective of the kid's innocence, which is great, and like not upsetting them, that they don't actually like push the kid to like admit real truths and stuff. It's all rehearsed. So what the kid
Yeah.
says, is someone's truth.
Yeah.
Probably 50-50. Because the
I
kid
just-
doesn't know that it's lying
yeah.
at all. Has
No.
no concept of it, really.
I have an issue with like children testifying. We may have talked about this before, but I feel like
it's
it's painful
Oh,
watching children
That poor fucking kid.
testify and it be taken as gold. You know, like
Yeah.
Kids are so
this
dumb.
child- yeah, they said it under oath, and it's like, well, they were 8,
Yeah.
and they don't know what that is. You know,
Back
like
to the like under oath thing. Like fuck off. Like if I'm up for murder, I'm gonna lie through my teeth.
teeth.
Oh,
The
dude.
whole-
And if you're
yeah.
like,
all you
it's
do.
under oath, it's
Um,
like fuck off. Like what am I gonna tell
yeah.
the truth just because I'm supposed to? Like get the hell out of here. I killed somebody.
yeah.
Like are you
Yeah.
insane?
Do you think I have morals?
Fucking murdered
Yeah.
somebody. I stabbed
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
38 times. And you think I'm just gonna tell the truth because I'm supposed to?
But you
Yeah.
wave a Bible at me and it's
get-
like, oh my god.
You're fucking under oath.
Yeah.
Like fuck off with that.
Dude.
You gotta go with the
Everyone's
fucking
lying.
Robert Durst fucking way of doing it, where it's like they say you gotta tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And he was like, you only really have to tell like the first and last one. You don't like you have to tell them the truth and nothing but the truth, but you don't have to tell them the whole
Tell
truth.
them the whole truth. Yeah.
So like totally implicate yourself, but then just don't
Leave
like,
it open.
Tell them why you cut the head off.
Yeah.
I
Leave it.
don't
open.
remember that part.
yeah.
You should definitely watch that
Well,
show
I-
for this.
That's yeah, really.
that's a great
That's a sexy point. Sexy point for me.
Sexy shit.
That's
Such
a
a
great,
good point.
great documentary. This one was pretty cool though. There's definitely
It was
like
good.
that.
I like that it was short and sweet.
I like that it was
Yeah.
short.
just like a
Yeah.
baseball game.
Yep. Well, maybe the bunts.
Maybe the bugs, yeah, quick and
Yeah, just like a bunt
quick and,
game.
quick and painful. But yeah, funny though that there's like Larry David is there.
Yeah.
He
Save
gets a
this
quick,
guy's
couple little quick,
fucking life.
you know. One thing though that the motherfucker is guilty of, Juan, is being a bad son.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he fucking got those tickets for his mother for like her birthday or Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I think it was her birthday, knowing
Yeah.
full well that she didn't like baseball and wouldn't want to
No.
go.
Yeah.
And then he took all
So
his
we
friends
took all his friends.
That's pretty sick.
and his daughter.
He admitted
I
that.
was-
He admitted
Yeah.
that. The guy's not a
Straight.
liar.
No.
He's just a
That's true.
piece of shit son.
And maybe a murderer. I'm not. The jury's still out over here.
No. Speaking of fucking children testifying, and this guy RJ thinks he's still guilty. This guy is definitely not still guilty, but someone who was a child, is fucking Burke. Burke is still so guilty, and I think I'm just
Go
gonna say
back
it out
to Burke.
loud. I'm gonna say it out loud. I think we should do a Ramsey reboot for
Okay.
fucking Christmas this year. I'm just gonna say it.
Ramsey Christmas Part 2.
I think
Part
that's a
2.
great idea. Every
Yeah.
Christmas,
Absolutely.
we'll just fucking
Double down.
redo the Ramsey.
Yeah.
Just blast all
Yeah.
over Burke.
And every summer we'll talk about Stephen Avery. You
Yeah.
know, just bring it back around.
Yeah.
Those
We
are
gotta-
our only
only
like
fucking-
1,000th viewed episodes.
Yeah.
Which like
Yeah.
blows my mind that every week we can get like 50, and then when we do something like Ramsey or Avery, it's like thousands. Like for whatever
Yeah.
reason, people are just so fucking dick hungry for those topics.
Oh, they're so horny. Yeah.
Dick hungry for dead children.
Yeah, it blows up.
I love it.
But
They breathe it.
I think something
Well,
that will
you said OJ, right?
OJ.
I want to do
We could
OJ.
do OJ.
Yeah.
There's a
We
new
can watch Please Chase.
there's a new like Mac update over the last
No, hold
week.
on. If we're doing OJ, we're talking about doing like his best football games, right?
Yeah, we're
Best
talking about a
plays.
Heisman Trophy winner.
That's
I think we should
part
do
one of part one.
top 10 OJ best plays in football.
In football or just in general? Because that involves the murder and the cover-up and all that.
That's also a good
Top
idea.
10
yeah.
best OJ plays.
Top 10 best OJ plays.
Couple football, couple with the Bronco.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away,
Yeah.
but, you know,
Yeah,
I was a big fan of his run in 72.
yeah.
I was
And then
gonna.
again in 96.
There's a new
94.
update to the iTunes, like iTunes or whatever doesn't exist anymore. It's like a whole bunch of different apps now.
Yeah.
I assume we're
Yeah.
just grandfathered in. I'll look into it. But like iPodcasts is a thing now.
Ooh.
It's like an automatic update.
Not for me.
And now you can just search for topics. And
Oh.
using science or something, it's
Science.
actually scans the audio of shows
Wow.
and will tell you, oh, on this show they talked about Burke Ramsey
talking
taking
about OJ.
shits in people's beds.
Do we want that, though?
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know if this is going to, like, Me Too us to hell or it's going to give us a whole lot of new listens. Because we,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
like we're
cover a
not
lot of
actually
shit.
doing hate speech. There's no actual hate speech here, okay?
No.
No.
So
But, like,
don't.
we
The
we
keywords
But just
I
saying hate
attach
speech
to every episode when
is
I
getting
update
us-
them are very basic.
Yeah. If you keep
Yeah.
saying hate speech, we're definitely going
If
to
I
get paid
keep
for
saying
hate
hate
Stop
speech,
saying
then
hate
we're gonna be in
speech.
the algorithm.
Yeah.
We don't fucking hate speech. We just, like, laugh
No.
at, like, the normalcy
we
of,
don't.
like, civilization.
At misfortunes.
Yeah, no, we're kind, cool people.
Yeah.
Hate speech, hate
Listen,
speech.
we're doing
There's
God's
no
work
fucking
here,
hate
okay?
speech.
We're
We
doing
just
God's
laugh
work.
at people that are
Hate speech,
civilized.
hate speech, hate speech.
hate speech, hate speech, hate speech.
Yeah.
Stop saying
Yeah,
hate
it's
speech.
like fucking Bloody Mary or whatever. Fucking, you say it 3 times in the mirror and someone's gonna.
You
Show
say
up.
hate speech 3 times in the mirror, you get a hashtag.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, so 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Innocent. 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
2 to
not
1,
convinced.
2 to 1.
I think he still had time to go kill that girl.
Dude,
It seems a
3
little-
minutes and his daughter was in the car. No way.
There's no.
He's got an alibi.
But this is
You know?
also back to like, okay, we can. The prosecution is the most corrupt bullshit thing of all time, but also the police were just like, this is a guy and put no effort into like gathering evidence or looking for other suspects. So like, that murder
Yeah.
full went unsolved. Like they had nothing else.
Did anyone dust the casing?
There's
Did anyone
nothing.
take that casing
They had
and dust
nothing.
it? No, they didn't talk about any of that.
Nothing. So I could see Juan being like, you have no evidence. Like you can't put me in jail for this, even though I fucking did it.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it. He was just like a sad, lonely,
He's a
troubled,
lonely. He
baseball
went
loving
to the
Hispanic
baseball
man.
game with like 4 of his best friends because he honey-dicked his mom.
Yeah, you're right.
He's a
You're right.
shitty
But
dude.
still, like he
And
was
his
just a normal
character is in
dude.
question.
His character's in question.
I
And
don't
who
think
is that
so. I
woman?
don't
Who
think
was
so.
that woman? Who's the mother of his child?
Dude,
Yeah.
just go back. Rue, you've watched it 4 times now. It was
All
his
right,
girlfriend or whatever.
Bernie-
Who's
yeah.
that woman?
I was gonna say Bernie Sanders.
not a
What's-
mystery.
What's his name?
Larry David.
Larry David. Yeah.
Larry
Bernie.
David.
Yeah. Larry David's just very compelling. He's like, I got a guy out for murder. I'm bringing up
He
sometimes.
was so proud of himself.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
so
He did
Hollywood.
nothing.
That was so. He did nothing. That was
It was
so
good.
fucking Hollywood. Yeah, sometimes I like to talk about it over charcuterie.
Fondue.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this
Okay.
fucker up.
Yeah,
I-
iPod radio or whatever RJ said. Check that
iPod
out
Radio, fucking Google Play,
Yeah.
Stitcher.
So we're on the on. We don't have to do anything to get iPod radio.
I'm pretty sure it's on there. I don't know.
We're just on there. Okay.
We're
okay.
on the fucking algorithm, buddy. I feel like it's automated.
I thought we had to like do something to
Yeah.
get on there, like
We did all that
with a
stuff
comp
a
or
while
something.
ago. We're there. Also, Frontline
Sweet.
Fiesta, awesome. Intro, outro. And until next week, last words. I still hate seaweed.
Hate speech. Hate speech. Hate speech.
Hate speech. Hate speech.
All right.
Gotta get that algorithm.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.